All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. At long last, we're back for Starladder Season 9, the China Playoffs, day number 2. One team is going to Kiev. We'll find that out later today. First up, we have LGD versus Newbie, your loser bracket round 1 match. I'm your host, LD. And no, I don't have a Winter with me yet. He hasn't picked up the phone here. I'm still calling him, but I think he's joining me. I think the Bird will be here as well, so we'll have our TriCast back in action. But for the time being, it's just me, and oh, there you go. Hi, Winter. How you doing?
Are you disappointed that the bird didn't show up?
Yeah, the no bird, no dice. I was hoping for it, but I guess no luck. What the hell, man?
When
What are you good for if not the bird?
I'm in no control of the bird, dude.
So, okay, Winter. First match coming up. The draft is underway. We're gonna hop into it now. It's LGD versus Newbie, best of 3. Loser goes home. Winner plays the loser of DK versus Invictus Gaming. That match guarantees a spot to Kiev. 2 of these 4 teams are going to the Ukraine and going to be competing for probably over $200,000 in prize money by the time that this is all said and done. But for now, enough ado about a lot of stuff. Let's hop ourselves inside the draft. And as I say that, I didn't have my draft screen ready. There we go. No, that's not the right draft. Okay, I guess we can't use their draft screen, actually, because they didn't update the titles. So, yeah, we've got Newbie here on the Dire side, LGD Gaming on the Radiant, and it was a first overall pick, Venomancer, actually, from LGD. I'm not so sure about the first overall pick, Venomancer.
It's the director versus his old crew members and with his new crew members.
That is a very good point. We've got the grudge match here. Shall we? The director versus his estranged cast. They've looked for a new movie, a new set to call home, perhaps.
Reserve time.
But LGD starts this off with a first overall pick, Venomancer. No Ancient Apparition ban. He gets ignored through the first stage. The Shadow Shaman and Clockwork are Newbie's choice. They get the really strong tempo controllers, gankers, pushers. Very versatile opening for them with these 2 heroes. And LGD go for a Prophet. So, 0 true stuns. Very minimal lockdown to speak of. And as a result, we see them ban out the Storm, but there's still a lot of other elusive heroes left in the pool that the Venomancer and Prophet are going to possibly have some trouble with.
I feel the Venom and the Prophet works really well with each other. One is a good defender and one is a good speed pusher. So they indirectly work well with each other, and not to mention both their ultimates combined deals a lot of damage too. But Clockwork is one of the heroes that deals with these 2 very well. Like Venom just stands behind and plays his defenses, and the Clock can just go up regardless of wherever the Venom is just hiding. He can just go and kill him. And same goes for the Prophet.
Yeah, and Venom's a pretty good defender, but Clockwork and Shadow Shaman are both great attackers. If they want to take a tower, Venom wards are not necessarily going to be enough to stop that, and if you hook on top of him, well, the Shadow Shaman wards get dropped, you take the tower, you kill the Veno. It's all gravy for Newbie if they get those early levels, and we'll have to see how they do in the laning stage here. Ancient Apparition is sitting out there right now. We saw yesterday some teams trying to run the Venomancer Ancient Apparition combo. Quite greedy, but is a very potent way to defend the high ground and turn games around if you get enough farm and levels. So we'll see if LGD want to run those 2 as their supports. We have seen a little solo mid Venomancer. It was not very effective at all yesterday. DK just ran over. They just ran over Newbie when they tried to run the solo mid Venomancer. So Ancient Apparition is the choice here for Newbie. They pick up their second support. Is there any chance? I know we saw Ferrari 430 run a solo mid Shadow Shaman. Do you think there's any chance Newbie would do that?
If they feel they need to change things up, maybe they will. Like, you want to go for aggressive trialing. Shaman is not a support where you want to go aggressive trialing. If you want something more aggressive, like a Rubik AA and maybe a Lifestealer, you don't want the Shaman to be part of the trialing since he's so weak.
They do have the Ancient Apparition, though, who's very strong in those situations, so I guess it kind of balances out.
Reserve time.
Yeah, I think Ancient Apparition can do really well if you're greedy or you want to use it as an aggressive support, though. It works well in both situations.
Yeah, Shadow Shaman is not very good at that early aggression, though, so we'll have to see how Newbie looks to lane this one, but most likely they'll be looking here for Hal's safe lane carry, and we've seen a little bit of anti-mage from him. We saw the Spectre yesterday, which didn't end up working out against DK, although I really felt like it should have. but did not in
Do
the
you-
end.
Do you feel like if the last two heroes is a Zeus and Spectre, would you be happy for
Dire
Newbie?
team pick.
Zeus, Spectre, AA, and Clockwork, some global.
That actually sounds really scary for LGD. Really scary. Look at their lineup. They've got 3 squishy heroes, no escape mechanisms, aside from Prophet's teleport, I guess, or running, if you're maybe a Rubik Glyph. And that's just a sniper lineup.
There's actually no Spectre, yeah. They banned the Spectre. So
Okay.
at most it'll be a Zeus,
Now it doesn't
10
sound
seconds
quite so
remaining.
scary.
Zeus, AA, Clockwork. They need something global.
5 seconds
Something
remaining.
global.
Do they, though? I feel like you can just run the Clockwork Ancient Apparition. You don't have to really
Reserve
commit your
time.
draft to the global.
Yeah, but it's fun.
It's definitely fun. Can't argue with you there. Newbie Lifestealer sitting out there. He would actually be alright this game. Good against Rubik, good against Veno, okay against Prophet. So maybe that's something they look to go to,
10
can infest the
seconds
Clockwork.
remaining.
I think that would be a pretty good carry pick. They'll go Dragon Knight, so not revealing their carry pick yet, but
LGD's turn to
Moo
pick.
once again just on a very stable solo mid hero. Not an explosive one, though.
I feel it fits really well with their lineup too. They can push down towers fairly effectively with the Shaman and the Dragon Knight ultimate. The Veno is not... If he's at the support position and he's not getting levels that quickly, he will be having trouble defending against these two heroes, the Shaman and the DK. But the other
10
day I remember one of
seconds
the games
remaining.
LGD played DD on the Veno. They actually prioritized on giving the Veno so much levels and farm
Dire
early,
team ban.
so he was able to defend against pushes. I wonder if they'll be doing the same thing. Since they have a Prophet, they can free up one lane for a support to get a lot of farm and level.
Oh my. Brewmaster from LGD. They were 4-0 with
10
Brewmaster
seconds
coming into this
remaining.
tournament. And then they lost their first game I saw with them.
LGD's
After that.
turn
Or no,
to
sorry, it
ban.
wasn't them. It was a different team who lost with the Brewmaster, I believe. But yeah, that did not work out. They'll run it here, and now their team fight gets pretty scary. Still a lineup that's a very, I don't know. I just feel like LGD
10
just lacks
seconds remaining.
firepower, really. They don't have a whole lot of burst damage. Brewmaster's ult has a really
5
long cooldown,
seconds
whereas I look at this
remaining.
Newbie draft winter, and they can fight like every minute. When the hook's off cooldown, anytime the dragon forms up, anytime the
Dire
ancient
team
apparition ult is up, all they really need are to get the early levels, and that's where do we see some aggression from LGD? Do they even consider an offensive tri lane?
I think if they do offensive trialing, okay, against Weaver,
LGD's turn.
Ancient
Nah.
Apparition, and Shaman, they're not gonna like that.
No,
They're not
especially not with what we learned a week ago, which is the Chilling Touch does work with the Weaver passive. Very
Yes.
scary to go against him in the tri lane.
Not a very good idea unless they have something like Enchantress, but I don't think they'll be opening up space for Enchantress. They'll be looking to go for a very hard carry here.
Yeah, Anti-Mage got banned, so what's left at this point? Spectre's out,
10
Anti-Mage is out.
seconds remaining.
There is Naga, not something we've seen LGD run at all.
I
There's-
like
5
Faceless Void
seconds
here.
remaining.
I
fight.
feel like they need something like that because they don't have
Reserve
enough
time.
lockdown right now. You know, like your obvious like standard carry choices are probably Lifesteal and Gyro, but they're not that good against Weaver, and they need more team fight to go with this Brewmaster pick, it seems.
Lifestealer is not good against Weaver, like you said, and there's Power Cogs to disrupt him. So he might end up having a lot of trouble. But if you look at Gyro as well, Gyro is not very mobile against the Weaver. And the Clockwork is easy for them to just focus on the Gyro and take him out in the fight. So I don't know if it will be a... Okay, Razor is also... It's not the super hard carry, but he's not that easy to get killed in the fights because early on he can build the mech for his team. So he's quite tanky and he's also able to fight as early as the Weaver would fight. I think he was actually much stronger than the Weaver early on if both of them have like similar items.
And LGD, to be fair, do have some access to late game. The Prophet scales reasonably well. Rubik can steal some good spells and be a playmaker for his team, but their just raw damage output isn't that spectacular. So they
Yeah.
will need a good start here and quite a lot of farm if they want to take this late.
Unless the Razor
Prepare
steals
for
like
battle.
the maximum damage he can, then they'll have a lot of damage. But otherwise, like you said, they'll be lacking in the form of right-click damage in the fights.
Well, let's see if it gets to that stage of the game. LGD, with this kind of a draft and early boots on DD, might be looking for some early aggression here. But yeah, LGD China, well, the students up against the master and Xiao on Newbie, their former captain, the director himself. Can they rise to the challenge? We've got DD on the Venomancer, Xiao Tuji on the Razor. Yao going to be playing the Brewmaster. DDC your Rubik. And that does leave Icy as the Prophet. Headed most likely towards the offlane, also starting with boots. So, well, Winter, on the other side, we've got the Master.
The Master, with his new team, Newbie. On the clockwork, Shell
30
8.
seconds
Banana
to
will be
battle.
handling the Ancient Apparition. Hao will be playing the Weaver. King J will be on the Shadow Shaman. And lastly, we have Mu on the Dragon Knight. I was thinking actually against this lineup, the Prophet can actually just take TP at level 1 and just block all the camps since they need so much levels.
You know, yeah, he didn't try to do that. They'll send some treants up at least.
Maybe they're actually going... Oh, they're actually going to switch their lanes.
You know what? I'm surprised we're not seeing the Razor mid to try and contest this Dragon Knight. That's a really good matchup for Razor, but...
I feel Brewmaster against Dragon Knight is also favorable for Brewmaster, but like you said, the Razor actually...
It's good for Brewmaster, but it's not as one-sided.
Yeah,
he can still just bottle crow and
him down. You can't shut him down in the lane, but you can have more farm than the Dragon Knight.
And they're gonna give Mu a good start here. Banana will give him Chilling Touch at the first wave, so Mu should have an easy time with these last hits. And this is actually gonna put Yao in a bad position. You give the early bottle to Mu, who's rushing it, and Yao not rushing a bottle. He's gone for more of like an eco... He was expecting a 1v1 with this early Stout Shield. I just wanted to slowly wear down Mu, but Mu's gonna get a fast bottle, and this is gonna be tough for him.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have quite a difficult time, but he still should be alright since that two heroes can't really kill him with a Stout Shield that easily if he stays healthy. So I feel it's not much of a big deal for him. But the Ancient Apparition will be rotating back towards the top lane. The Prophet is actually blocking off the camps with his treants already. He needs to slow them down as much as possible since this two needs a lot of levels. Compared to his team support, the Veno and the Rubik, they can actually rotate around very early.
The good news for Prophet, starting boots first in this lane, they're never going to kill him unless the Shadow Shaman smokes or Icy just runs at him because he's too slow.
He didn't see there was a chance for him to kill the courier. He didn't see the courier went right up to the lane in front of the tower. The Prophet could have just sniped off the courier.
Only a minute and a half in. No, you cannot upgrade it that early, so...
Yeah, it was. I think it was a free courier kill just now.
Well, he'll play it safe. He is getting quite a bit of experience, although now it slows down as the wave gets pulled back a bit, but Hao's gonna spam some Sakuchi here. Still, they're trying to deal with these creeps. I think they'll get it in time for the camp to be unblocked. Oh, it's gonna be close.
They will.
Yeah, just in time. Now the 2-minute rune. Where will it spawn? It's gonna be a regen rune bottom here. And Yao just now getting his bottle. Your Dragon Knight already having his 9 and 3. So this is where the Brewmaster normally would just be able to wear down the Dragon Knight. But since he got such a fast bottle, now as his boots, it should just be a very, very even lane, which is a win for Newbie. But yeah, like you said, the off lane for LGD is going quite well. King J, as well as Banana, very level dependent, only getting mediocre levels. DDC's already 2.
He's pulling the wave away as well, LD. So this is more wasted time for the supports. They can't get experience pulling the small camp now.
And LGD are doing the double pull through, and they might even get the triple pull off if they just pull it over here.
Yeah. I guess the Veno will be looking to get a gank before the Dragon Knight hits his level 6. I think that's a crucial time for him to pick him off.
Yeah, Yao is starting to post up here, play more aggressively with his own bottle. But with the Dragon Knight having boots, his opportunities for us have been a bit more limited, and I guess the main thing that I'm interested in is just this safe lane Razor. How's he going to be used this game? So far, just farming, and if you're just trading farm, you'd rather have the Weaver, but we'll see where the mid-game timings come in. Do LGD look to fight with like an early mech on the Rabbit? Try and take some 5-man aggression before Ancient Apparition gets his ult? Speaking of which, there is a smoke.
I think that the timing of him to fight is probably the best is for him to build that 9-minute mech, 8-minute, 9-minute mech, since Newbie has no one to build an early mech.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And there's already a Radiant Glyph. That was an odd glyph. Now they're going mid.
Yao is actually... Oh no, he's actually trying to get the last hit. He might actually die here to Dragon Tail.
Oh, there's your Dragon Tail. He does have boots available and the evasion. We'll have to see if he gets any lucky evades here. I don't think he's gotten a single one. Drops the clap, keeps on running, bottling up. He's going to live. And now the turnaround. First blood going on to Banana. LGD, punish Newbie's aggression.
They made a bad mistake there. The Ancient Apparition forgot to use his cold feet right at the start of the gank. He didn't use it, he used it at the end, and that's why the panda lived.
He got to use an extra bottle charge there as he was retreating,
Yeah.
it looked like.
I think that was a very costly mistake for them.
That looked like a perfect gank too. They got to start it with Dragon Tail. Like he walked into melee range of a creep. It's normally not that easy to get a gank, but didn't work out anyway.
Yeah, they didn't have any vision, like there was no Prophet Treants in the jungle at that time, and the Radiant Ward was on the river there, so they have no idea that gang was coming, so...
That, to be fair, that was great reactions and kind of anticipation from DD. He was instantly ready to turn that around.
He had a very early TP, so he was able to turn it around, and they might probably try and go for the DK here with the double damage on the panda.
Yeah, before he hits level 6, this would be the DD
the
wears
Venom
off.
needs one more mana. Okay, he has a Gale right now.
DD is gone though, so it's not that easy of a kill. Oh, they're gonna
he's
find Banana though. They have an Observer Ward. He goes aggressive to place one, and now they're gonna cut him off at the back path. Will they get there in time? There are boots on this Veno. There are boots. He's gonna TP forward. They're just gonna right-click him down. There's no boots on Ancient Apparition. I think Prophet. Oh, I don't know if he can kill him, but he'll bring him quite low here. Meanwhile, it's really the Dragonite who's in trouble. He's come in to defend his buddy, and a clap probably will mean his death. There's your clap. Just needs a crit at this point. Sticking up, not enough. Another kill for LGD. And now the Weaver's on the move. How he loves to be this.
He saw the career fly in. He saw the career fly in. He wants to kill the career.
He loves to play like ultra aggressive as a carry player, but even for Hal, this is extremely aggressive. Now he's going on Icy. He's like, let me go top instead. He'll hide in the trees. He'll wait for the Sakuchi cooldown so he can get in nice and close. But they need to push this wave.
Yeah, he's gonna wait for them to push the wave. Oh no, he's going to try and snag the rune. Nope, not gonna get it.
Now, at the end of the day, he's wasting a lot of time. Like, even if he gets this kill, he's already missed 1-2 waves. And
one wave, he missed, yeah, I think... But if he gets the kill, it's worth it. If he gets the kill.
he'll go in now. Diving the Prophet, and is there TP Sprout available? There is a TP. There's no Sprout mana, though, and yeah, with the vision now from the Swarm, don't see him getting out of this one. Nicely done. And an immediate TP out.
It was worth it if he, yeah. Now he
In the mid lane, they've got a move. They popped the Panda ult for this. Big dive, DD, just tanking up the dragon. The snake fears no dragon. They're actually going to throw him in the air with the Cyclone. This will cause the Venomancer to die. It also buys Mu a whole lot of time. He's not taking too much damage there. He's Cyclone. In fact, Yao's ult's going to wear off. Oh, that Cyclone Winter. I don't know, but DDC comes in. He bails out the gang. Now they lift up Chao 8. Battery Salt ending soon. Do they have the damage to bring him down? The Sprout's here. But is the follow-up? Doesn't look like it. Now they shackle Yao. Yao's gonna feed to the tower. Oh boy, that was a sloppy engage from Yao.
They overextended after getting the Dragonite kill. I think they have no firepower to take out the next hero because like the Panda was out of mana.
That Cyclone didn't make sense because he had the Fire Panda alive and he gave the Dragonite time for backup to arrive and he wasted precious seconds on his ult doing damage. So I don't think that was a very good Cyclone.
He wants to keep the...
He was waiting for the Boulder Toss cooldown, but the problem was... Oh, Yao's gonna get stunned.
He redeems himself, denies the tower.
Very nice deny. Yeah, redeems himself. Exactly the word. I mean, it's understandable why he did it. He was waiting for Boulder Toss to cooldown, but it also just helped keep Dragonite alive and somewhat turn that gank around.
It's something like you imprison someone to wait for some of your spells to cooldown, but at the same time you give him time to wait for backup.
I guess the expression is rock in a hard place for the Panda then.
Yeah, it's
Get
it's
it?
really difficult.
Colder,
it was
colder,
really difficult.
rock, hard place. No,
No.
no good. Winter gives that two thumbs down.
It's because of, you know why? It was because of the picture you used for my ethereal form yesterday.
Oh, you don't like that picture?
Man, I have so many other pictures. Why do you have to use that?
I didn't make that. That was a fan of yours who made that. Go yell at your fans. Don't yell at me.
Don't lie. I knew you were the one who made it.
No, I was like, hey, it's Winter as a Jedi, a dead Jedi, speaking from beyond the grave.
Yeah, it seems like I have my Ghost Scepter on or something.
Ethereal form engage. Well, Shao-Wait's got a hook here bottom lane. There's no Ancient Apparition ult. There is a Dragonite TP scroll available. But they're not going to go for it. They'll let this tower fall.
Is under attack.
And this is where Newbie just kind of need to wait for their 2 big ults to come online. But Banana's only level 4. He's not going to have that ult for a little while.
Yeah, and they're going to free up space for the Venom to get farm and get XP right now in the middle lane. But surprisingly, they are still not. They are not going to use the Prophet in the jungle yet. They're just going to jungle the other 2 heroes instead, the Brewmaster and the Razor. Still works. They're still using everything on the map right now.
Dire's middle tower is
Yeah,
under
I guess the
attack.
thing is that no matter who they put top,
Radiant's
none of
top
them are going to have
tower
fun
is under
against
attack.
the Weaver. So he's going to outlane them all. But here comes the smoke from Newbie. Moo's here as well. Level 8 already. He's actually... He's ready to fight, basically. Has the ult online. Level 4, Breathe Fire. Anyone who gets caught here is dead, but...
Yeah, Shaman
They're not
has
getting
the
caught.
mass weapon wards too. Any kill means a tower after that.
But the mech, the key item for LGD is this mech, and I think it's actually on the courier right now.
Is it coming
Yeah,
out?
the mech's here. Perfect timing window. They've stolen the level 3 rocket flare as well. That'll give them some nice vision. Top lane, the wards get dropped. They have the mech, but I don't think they have the positioning to fight with it top. They're just going to be too slow.
They're going towards middle lane.
Well,
Take a trade up.
if it's a tier 1 for a tier 1, it's a good trade for LGD, because that's a tier 1 mid, but let's see if they
Radiant's
actually get
top
it.
tower has fallen.
Will Newbie contest? They are fighting into a mech. This is quite risky.
Yeah, and Panda split as well, so this is going to be a very difficult fight for Newbie.
And no Ancient
Super-
Apparition ult here either. It could really backfire.
This is super difficult for them to fight.
But they do have the tower positioning, and the backstab comes down. There's a hook shot onto the Panda. They're going to hex him up. They mech him to keep him alive. He doesn't get off his ult. Well, the mech wasn't very useful there at all, I guess. Shao Wade on the run will go down. Razor lashing him with his whip. But on the backside, it's chaos created by the Weaver. Already used the time-lapse. Dropping fast to Rabbit. He has the... Oh, he was late with the stick charges.
Has been denied.
Late with the stick
He
charges.
might actually still go down.
Poison stings here.
Oh no, he's gonna survive.
What?
This is,
Wow. Wow, the poison sting just wore off just in time.
it was actually a level 2. Okay, level 2. Max, he's already at max level.
Well, that was really unfortunate for LGD.
They still won the fight. They took
Yeah,
the
that's
tower.
true.
Bottom
But
tower
I
is
it should have been
Two
more
heroes.
convincing, I guess.
Yeah, if the Panda would have got his ultimate off, they
The
would have
tower
won
actually
the
got denied as well, which I didn't catch, but that was also a tower deny against them.
Radiant's bottom tower
But it
is
was,
under attack.
I guess it was still a victory for them since they took out 2 heroes, and even the tower got denied, but they still didn't use their Panda split. They can go for another tower with the Panda split right now.
Yeah, that's the silver lining, is that sure he died and he delayed his blink, but he didn't use it either, so he will have it for this next fight. And this is where LGD just want to keep on taking fights now, while they have the mech, while Ancient Apparition still isn't 6, although Banana is getting close. Once he has it, the game gets harder.
He's actually really low level, considering the situation they're in.
It goes back to that first smoke gank, Winter.
Oh yeah, that one wasted a lot of time.
And the Prophet blocking the camp at least 2 times, I believe.
Yeah, but the more important one was, that was a sure kill in middle lane. Oh, Banana.
See, he
You're
has
not
the
gonna
stolen
get the ultimate.
Sakuchi, he's on the run, and Banana is so royally screwed. They'll toss him back into a gallon. That's a further delayed level 6.
How many times during the past have you seen bottom lane?
There's already an Ogre Club. This Razor is fat. The Weaver's
Why-
even in terms of net worth, but the
Did
Razor
they
is
try to
strong.
kill? Yeah, did they try to kill him?
No, they just
used
dropped the wards on the tower, and then ran away.
that was really bad.
And now they
took
don't
a lot-
have them to defend mid, and LGD's 5-man mid right now with the Blink Dagger and Panda.
Yeah, this is gonna be dangerous.
What a Dragon Tail! But Chowie just hooks onto his teammate, he drops the cogs. Not really a good position for them as Moo kind of gets shunted to the side here, and now the Panda focusing on the Dragonite, bringing him down. Is it quickly enough though? The Venno just dives deep for this kill, drops his ult onto 2, but will throw away his own life in doing so. And the Weaver's on the backside, still quite healthy. The Panda ult just for the Dragon Knight. Now the Panda's forced to run. If Xiaowei catches him out, Yao will fall. He can't blink right now. It's been cancelled. Actually, it's already been used. And now Hao's in pursuit. But backup's coming. Ancient Apparition ult's here. Yao's going to run back the other direction. The mech not effective as he did get ticked down by the Ancient Apparition debuff. And now damage stolen. A whole lot of damage stolen. Can Hao actually die here? Is it possible? One more right click. One more right click. Not quite
No,
enough.
he can't go for that last right click anymore. He might die for that.
Yeah, he didn't have the vision from the static link at the end there, as the Weaver got out of range and broke the tether.
Yeah, but the Prophet is actually really poor. He only has 17 last hits, but yeah,
He has his
has
Midas, I guess, so he'll start to catch up. But yeah, this
yeah,
is not a rich prophet.
he has a lot of assists and kills. He's been a part of 6 out of the 7 kills. Still
They
alright for
they
him.
also have the 2 towers, so his farm actually looks decent. But you're right, his creep score is very low.
Yeah, they're
Like
gonna
14-minute
try.
Midas, and he's got most of the Necro book. That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's just that his last hits counter is really low. DDC is gonna try and initiate here.
They have a lift available. They need to steal something first, and they'll steal the Sakuchi now. But they don't really want to risk that dive on Hal. No Panda ult, so they got to be a bit careful. And I do like this from Newbie Winter, is they're going for the trades. They don't want to fight against the mech, so they'll just 5-man bottom instead.
Yeah, I think it's a good decision for them to trade without taking any risk. Even though they don't have the Panda out, but I still think LGD is very strong with their 5-man.
And Newbie's also reserving the wards here, which means they could go for a tier 2. LGD are going to have to defend.
They're actually much faster.
Especially with that Dragonite ult as well. He's a bit poor too, but already the TPs are coming out. 2 to mid, but I don't think they were expecting this push to continue bottom. The ward gets dropped. They'll all have to rotate. They take the tier 1 and now they'll come
gonna
bottom.
go down as well. That was so.
Uh-oh, lost you, buddy. Not sure if you muted your mic, but we'll see the wards just start dropping here. So LGD will defend and they get the tower denied. They do not. Goes to the Shadow Shaman. Yeah, Winter, I think you might have unplugged your mic, or... No, oh, looks like he's lagging. We'll get him back on the call soon, but... yeah, Blink Dagger's out for the Shadow Shaman already. Oh, welcome back, buddy.
I don't know what just happened.
I think you just lagged, because it said that... Either that, or we just had a problem with the call.
I think I was fine. Like, even in the game, I rarely have so good perfect world connection.
Yeah. It's been better. I will say it's been better for me over the past, as I knock on wood, over the past few months compared to the worst was like 6 to 9 months ago. That's when it was just awful all the time. But oh, top lane, I see, just driven off the lane. I do want to point out these wards by Newbie though, Winter. When they took that bottom tower, they got some great aggressive wards up.
Look at the LGD wards as well. They are fairly good too.
Yeah, both teams with really good offensive wards.
And they're gonna send the Prophet to defend the bottom lane. His team is gonna get the middle tier 2. Oh well, they're gonna be able to take it, and Newbie is still very worried about engaging into that without their own mecha. It's coming up soon on Shao 8. Another 500 gold.
DDC and DD, for me this game, have probably been the stars. They've just had such a big impact with this Rubik stealing Sakuchi repeatedly all game long, and the Venomancer, as DD's had some great early movement, the TP reaction mid to turn around the first blood attempt. They've been making plays for this team, and you know, it's interesting because normally as casters we talk more about players like Chuan, MMY, Lam as like your, or FY as like your big playmakers from China, but I feel like DDC and DD have really stepped it up over the past 4 to 5 months.
Yeah, they've been a very passive duo from the past, where the patch before prefers to have more passive play, but now they are slowly but surely changing towards a more aggressive style, since aggressiveness is rewarded much more.
And I completely missed that kill.
He solo pick off with the dagger on the Prophet.
Oh yeah, he did have the new dagger, and the Prophet ult was there to help as well. Or sorry, the rocket, not the Prophet ult. They'll go in top though. There's a blink, no clap was used first. They might get Moo here, but, well, we'll see. They throw him up, they toss him back down into the plasma field, he goes, but he's quite tanky. And he actually stuns the Wind Panda to prevent the Cyclone from coming through. Now the Cyclone's there. More damage being leached. Oh my god. Plus 168. Do not fight right now if you're Newbie. Oh, they're gonna do it? Really, Shao 8? Really? He jumps right into the plus 198 damage Razor. And his team's like, wait, what? What are we doing here, guys? I'm not sure about this one. Well, the damage is going to wear off in a second. And they're going to give it right back to him. Rabbit just keeps on stealing. Grand theft damage.
They wanted to try, I think he overestimated, like he didn't realize that the Razor had so much damage. If the Razor didn't have so much damage, he was able to live another few seconds, the Weevil would have arrived and the Ice Blast connects, and yeah, they might be able to take that fight, but because the Razor drained like almost 200 damage, so it was just a really bad spot for them to try and fight there.
Well, maybe the director is having mercy on his former comrades as well. That's the other interpretation here.
Maybe if you want to say that.
He's a very serious man, that Joey.
He has a he actually has a point to prove to his old comrades.
Yeah. Well, maybe
So
maybe he's got mixed feelings, you know. It's possible.
He's having mercy and feeling that he needs to prove a point.
I am a little worried for LGD though, Winter, because I don't feel like they have enough to deal with this Weaver. And Hal's quite farm. You mentioned the Prophet being poor. Like, when is he gonna get a Hex this game?
I
Very long
think
time.
the Prophet's item is a bit like worrisome at the moment. I was thinking that he might actually need to go into more damage because of the nature of the lineup. Not to mean that the Necrobook item build up into this game is not very good, but because of the lineup, they don't actually have a viable someone who hits really hard apart from the Razor being able to steal 200 damage. That's about it. So I feel like the Prophet would be a much more better position if he goes for like the Shadow Blade and into even the Orchids or any damage item, BKB, something like that.
And Hal continues to keep his farm up. Already 1700 gold up. He'll have the makings of the Desolator. I imagine that's what we'll see next. And
yeah, that's for sure the next item. I don't think he's gonna go for Lincoln's BKB this game. He doesn't really need it.
yeah, and you look at Newbie, and they're such a good lineup to just stall the game with the supports that they have. Mainly the Clockwork Ancient Apparition combo. It's very hard to... Maybe they can take the tier 2s, but for LGD to break this base is a very tall order. And if they're not breaking the base, some lineups can stop this split push, but I don't really think LGD can stop this Weaver. They're not very well equipped to do it.
They need a Hex or Orchid, something to lock him down. Oh, the wards gets dropped on middle by the by the Shaman.
And the tower, is it gonna fall here? It's dropping quite low. Nope, not.
Oh, the Weaver is here to finish the tower.
Hal's been on a little guerrilla warfare campaign.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
The Shadow Shaman was the one who died there dropping the wards. And, well, it was worth it. They got the tier 1.
It's still gonna be even on tower trades after LG takes this tower, huh? I think both sides have been doing really well at taking down and defending, trading their towers. They took really good. They made really good decisions. Oh,
Hal gets mana burn here though. He's very unhappy right now. He's got no stick charges, but he's got backup.
If he was level 16, he could have done that. Kill the book, kill the summon, and just time lapse.
Time lapse, yeah. That zero mana cost is pretty nice. I still laugh about that Febby game. With, I don't know if you heard about it, where he was playing in NSL. He had a bit of a drama with Blitz, and he didn't level up time lapse. Why would you not max that spell? And he was against Mana Burn as well, I believe, that game.
What do you mean he had some trouble with Blitz? You mean the hero matchup? He didn't want to have...
No, they had like a team drama with their old team that they were on together.
Oh, okay.
It's a long story of love and loss and betrayal. Fit for a romance novel.
Sounds like a popcorn-worthy drama.
Yeah. It was definitely comedic when he didn't level up time lapse and ended up getting crushed. That was pretty bad.
What was it? Do you think it's worse than getting a minus on Treant Protector?
Well, I think Chuan did that because he was mad at his team. So.
Okay.
But he's a reformed man. Uh-oh, I see. This is not where he wants to be. There's a dire observer ward here giving the vision, and no chance he gets out. Just no way. Just for Ancient Apparition ult for good measure as well.
Oh no, the Prophet he's getting picked up, I think, way too much already. He needs to be more farm than this. Otherwise, LGD will be stuck in a bad position. No carry, no actual carry.
They're really losing momentum at this point. And it's just Newbie who continues to gain it. Pressuring the mid lane, split pushing freely. 2 of the 3 lanes are just dramatically pushed in, and Prophet's the only one who can keep the creep equilibrium in their favor. But
yeah,
this is where the Razor pick. This is where the Razor pick starts to fall off. If you don't keep up the momentum, then you head towards the mid game and the late game. And how's he gonna outcarry a Weaver?
Talk about not leveling your ultimate. Look at the Razor.
Interesting.
Probably hurt us.
What? Well, did he skip bottle? I think. Or I guess he has no mana regen, but still, that's pretty odd.
Yeah, the ultimate is so much damage.
You know, actually, his team is Arcane Boots as well. They've only got the one on Rubik.
Probably he's thinking that against the Clock and the Dragon Knight, he will never want to be near them.
He's a little bit mana-starved as well with being the mech buyer and only having one set of Arcane Boots, but it's still a little curious.
I still think it's okay because as long as you're above 80% mana pool in a fight, you just need to pop your ultimate and the mech. It's like 250 mana, and the damage drain is 50 mana, so it's 300 mana, and he has 600 mana pool now.
And now Hal's actually going Radiance, a very unusual build nowadays. But in this game, I like it a lot. There's just, what can they do to punish it? The only thing LGD could look to do is just force the towers, but if they try to go high ground against Clockwork and Ancient Apparition, and this Weaver's got the farm he does, it's very likely to end poorly for them.
Yeah, I think the Radiance is also pretty useful in just pushing much more quickly than the Prophet. So the Prophet will have a harder time trying to speed push the lanes out. The wards get dropped on top lane.
They don't even expect to take the tower, they just want to keep the pressure up in both lanes.
Slowly but surely.
And LGD just don't push fast enough. They have no Ags on the Razor, they don't have the extra damage from that. Whereas Hal's just breaking the high ground already. Newbie have just... It feels like they've completely cornered LGD. And a lot of it comes down to the Prophet dying repeatedly, and the other part is just they don't have a lineup that can afford to be making these mistakes.
And I feel it's also the other reason is like I think like it's the way he built this Prophet as well. If he would have gone into a much more carry like Shadow Blade early, he would have lived through the last 2 deaths.
Yeah, it seems like this LGD draft, the way they constructed it was they just wanted to 5-man a lot. Going for a Panda as their solo mid, a Razor as their carry.
Yeah, true. It's the point of having the Razor and the Panda at the same time.
But it's just awkward. Like they tried to go 5-man, but they did it against Clockwork, Ancient Apparition. Very strong defensive 5-man lineup in their own right.
Yeah, not to mention like I feel like the Dragon Knight is also gonna be a very strong point of defense for Newbie if the 5-man comes early. So it's I don't know, they need a better execution if they wanted to take the 5-man fights. But now the game has progressed into the point where Dragon Knight has BKB. Weaver is it's very difficult for them to kill Weaver. We talked about this before. There's only a Rubik Lift, that's about it. That's the only way they can stun him at the moment, and Prophet is not building into a Hex.
Speaking of which, as far as the Dragon Knight goes, he's almost got Shadow Blade. And once he does, it's going to be quite difficult for LGD to split push it all.
Yao is taking a lot of damage. Where's the rocket?
He's going to have to use his ult here to survive. I don't even know if it's worth it.
Oh, he almost died. Where's the rocket?
Ice Blast
is coming in.
It's coming in now.
Oh, he actually used the rocket on the creeps.
So everything's coming in. Oh, nope. I guess just the Ice Blast. It's going to connect, I think. It's too late, though. Not enough damage.
It's too late.
Very poor. Banana is still very poor. Sure, Newbies keeping themselves in this game in terms of golden experience, but they have a very, very poor Ancient Apparition. Medallion and Urn. This ain't no AUI 2000.
Yeah, it's just like the other day, he was playing AA, but he was always picked off when he was trying to get his level 6. The level 6 is his death all the time. Trying to get the level 6.
Here comes the gem for the Rubik. Something that LGD desperately needs. Just they have to get some map control back. And they really would love to kill Hao, because Hao is quite strong, but I just don't think they have the burst damage.
He's very powerful right now, LD. And the Hex
There's
is
just
coming
no burst on LGD.
Yeah, the Prophet has Hex in like another 2,000 gold, 2,100 gold. It's gonna take some time, another few minutes. So this, at the moment, the Weaver is still very, very hard for them to catch out.
And an Invis for Yao, so he'll bottle that one up. Newbie, just lurking in the trees top.
Shaman.
This is not what you want your Prophet to be doing. Like, if your Prophet's stuck on base defense, hugging the high ground, he's not getting to play his style of Dota. That's pretty clear.
I think he can just teleport out, like, somewhere towards middle, like this area here, or somewhere, just push the lane instead.
Oh, they found him. Icy, not again. This Shadow Shaman has had his number all game long. And they'll bring him down. Now the Razor comes in, but, oh, we'll just retreat.
That was just a very good positioning and patience from King J, waiting. He was at the right position. He needed to take out that lone hero there, and he succeeded.
I look at this LGD draft, and it is a pretty farm raiser. He's got mech, Ags, and BKB. That's very strong in the team fights. But I just feel like LGD have no ability to force a team fight. No Hex of the Prophet. Another death is going to slow that even farther. They can't 5-man quickly enough to force Newbie to defend, because Newbie can just split push. And they just don't seem to have a good way to force these fights. That's really the issue. If they ever get the fight, it seems like they might have a chance, but...
It feels like they needed Beastmaster Raw or Lasso, something along those lines.
There's an invis up here on Yao, and Newbie are lurking in the high ground with no detection. There's a blink on in from Yao. The hook shot's there as well. He's just gonna melt. He doesn't get off his ultimate. Oh god, this can't be good for them. They do pop the Venom. Casual drive-by from DD. But now, your Weaver, just retreating out for the time being. Razor's in pursuit of someone. They even buy back, looking for Xiao 8 Cogs, and pushes them both back. They Sakuchi forward, DDC narrowly dodging the Cogs. And I think he'll get the kill here with the Zap. He's got a lift coming soon. Plasma Field, barely enough. Xiao 2G gets the kill.
Oh,
and
the lift is off cooldown.
Now the lift is ready.
They're not gonna chase, but got the Weaver already got the Aegis, so it's already mission accomplished for them.
And that's again a fight where Razor, maybe Weaver can't fight him, but he didn't have to. Just works around the periphery of the fight, but maybe now he will. As the Razor breaks the high ground, he's gonna go in on the Weaver, stealing damage through the Cyclone. Nice little combination there from LGD. Nothing's gonna break that link. They'll keep on sieging. A lot of damage on the tower, just smacking away at it. DD's here as well. Your Weaver does have Aegis, and he's also got buyback if he needs it. Now there's a blink and a Hex. King J leaps forward, but Yao's there as well with the big clap. Big Panda on the move, and Hal's just gonna die for this. Hookshot comes in. Xiao 8 pulls in 2, reels him in, and Hal coming back very soon, but there's a 4-stat from DDC. Removes himself from the equation. The Prophet TP's out. Abandoned ship, says LGD. Get the hell out. They're gonna lose their gem here on DD, though. And that's still a pretty big loss. They did pop the Aegis. They lost 3. They didn't force any buybacks. And they bought back on Panda.
The Panda bought back and died too.
And now Hal's got 4.5k gold. The bug is growing to supersize me proportions.
This is not a bug anymore. This is Godzilla. Prophet has his Hex. Yeah, he's big.
And now he's got a BKB too.
Actually, Godzilla's not a bug. He's a lizard.
He's the Godzilla of bugs.
He's the Godzilla of bug.
There you go.
He's a bug that already finished growing. Maybe not finished growing.
And now he hardens his exoskeleton here, picking up a BKB.
It's not even hardened. That's like
impenetrable.
Getting bigger. Harden is like getting Assault Curious.
Okay, Winter. Okay. No, he's gained like a new special property now. Like it's a radioactive. BKB is a new special property. It's not just bigger.
No, BKB.
It makes you golden and in magic immune. How's that not a property? You're so argumentative. They'll go in on Hal now. They lift him. They clap him. There is a fresh Hex on this Prophet, but he actually got off Sakuchi. He keeps on running. Time lapse is out. BKBs and retreats. And no, the Sprout's there. The Sprout's there. The Razor ult's there. They actually get the kill. Oh, that's ground Sprout by Icy. That was huge. What a play. I mean, he's been struggling all game, but they do lose DDC here to the in-jet pressure ult. Gem will hit the deck, but still well worth it. And I gotta say, Winter, we've been calling Icy out, but hitting a ground Sprout on a Sakuchi Weaver, not easy. Not easy at all.
Yeah, it was a really good position of that Sprout, and gave them the kill. And his BKB was used as well, 10 seconds.
What did he?
The new property was not very helpful.
He does have a buyback here, but no, if they go now, his BKB will be on cooldown for the next fight.
Yeah, he still needs another 30 seconds.
Looks like they just want to force the buyback. I would be a little surprised if they go all the way in, but they are going to. Yao blinks in, but he went for a clap, and instead of just ulting right away, and now gets stunned, and just instantly drops. Now they're in trouble. Weaver's gonna buy back, and he's just looking at a whole lot of food on the way out. He chases. He'll look for DD here, who has no TP scroll. The gem goes back once again. Hal reclaims it, and 3 fall.
I actually didn't realize the Venom has a BKB too.
I feel it was very questionable to try and force that with the Weaver being so... Like, he just got a bunch of kills. He had Aegis. You gotta figure that he's farmed enough for a buyback.
Because they saw the fresh BKB. They saw him having, because he was in the lane before, farming the creep, and he didn't have a BKB, and a moment later he was still farming and he had a BKB. So they thought he like used up all his money to buy that BKB, but they were wrong.
It's a pretty big gamble to take, and it will cost LGD another 3 heroes, and the gem that they need. That gem is how they got the Weaver.
They didn't need the gem there actually, they had the Necro Book 3.
That's true, that's true.
Yeah, they had the book, but still the gem was very useful for controlling the maps.
You really don't want to have to reserve your Necro Book just to get vision on a Weaver,
Yeah,
though.
you want to use it to red as much as possible so your Prophet becomes fat.
Speaking of which, he does have the Hex, and that's something LGD... I feel like it's the only way they have to make plays right now. You know? Like, they don't have anyone else, like a Clockwork, who can just start the fights. You don't really want to just panda ult for a single hero kill at this stage of the game. Unless it's a huge kill, like the Weaver.
I feel like the position would have been much better if the Prophet is much more farmed. At the moment, it's like at the position they are in now, any kill they want to go for, I don't think they can get it easily without popping the panda out. They need the panda out to just get any kills, apart from the 2 supports.
Now Hal rotates bottom, and Newbie are just baiting this. They've got the Fresh Heavens Halberd out. That's going to be very effective against... Well, actually, Razor's got BKB, so never mind that. Not very effective, I guess.
Evasion is still helpful, though.
True. He's also building the Refresher. We're going to see the Epileptic Seizure. Let me warn anyone, if you have epilepsy, you probably shouldn't be watching this game. I don't know if they have an anti-epilepsy mode, but Razor will give you... If anything in Dota can give you a seizure, I feel like it's probably Razor with the double ult, so... Watch out for the Lightning Storm. It's coming.
How about Leshruck with double Edict?
No, the Lightning is... It's just on a whole nother level.
Okay.
What? You have you not seen this before?
I've seen this before, but... How does it give you epileptic shock?
Well, I'm not saying it actually does. It's just like visuals like along those lines have been known to. I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying it does. I'm just saying I feel like it could.
Yeah, you're gonna be a doctor soon.
No, no, that's not what I'm saying. They're looking for a backstab here, and they are pushing it with Xiaotuji. Hookshot's gonna connect. That's on 2. Wards get dropped as well, and Xiaotuji gets forced that forward the wrong direction. He's gonna go down. That means no Razor for this fight. All of a sudden, 2 dead, and the Weaver in hot pursuit. Moo cleans up another. Without the Razor, there's just no chance of winning this fight. They'll lose the Prophet. That'll be 4 dead. Triple kill for Moo. Only the Panda to survive.
I think the Weaver came in at a very good angle. He came in from the side here, and he just came in and killed the Venal and the Rubik as soon as he saw them. And the Prophet was next. The Prophet could have just escaped there, but I don't know why he tried to stay around and fight the Weaver. He had TP and TP up, so he could have just ditched as soon as the Weaver killed the 2 supports, but he stayed, and he was also dead because of that.
I think this just goes back to a crucial point about Newbie's draft. Very good at defending the high ground. Hookshot, wards, cogs, ancient version ult. Good luck breaking that base without like a 20k gold lead.
And LGD can't really, they don't feel comfortable like if they just bring it late game with the Prophet, because they have a Razor in the safe lane against a Weaver. It's not very beneficial for them if they take it too late. But yet again, I still think if they wanted to go down that route, it's possible with the Prophet going damage item builds like the build we saw from Luo the other day, where he went for the Milner and Skadi. I think that was a very strong carry build as well.
Yeah, and it's also just it's a better just like split pushing build as well, which I feel like LGD has also just struggled to keep the lanes out for most of this game.
Yeah, because Prophet's been dying a lot. King J did a good job catching him multiple occasions.
Now it's gotten to the point where Newbie are maybe 1 rush away from making their own go towards the enemy high ground. The Dragon Knight's had his level 3 ultimate for some time. With this Aegis, we'll see the gem get dropped and probably an MKB or some other damage item out on Hal. He could save for a buyback here, but with Aegis,
I think
silly.
Desolator is still really strong regardless of the situation on the Weaver. And he's gonna go for a Butterfly.
Butterfly. There's not much right click, that's a little curious. But it doesn't matter, I guess. Hookshot goes in onto Xiaotuji, and they force out his BKB. Now they just probably go down mid.
Yeah. Good news for them. They force out the BKB at least, but I think the butterfly is mostly because for the right clicks, they're gonna be dealing a lot of right click damage from Necrobooks, Prophet right click, and Razor right click, and none of them have MKB anytime soon. So butterfly is like making sure he has damage at the same time and has defensive capabilities.
And Hao's just doing economic damage left, right, and center. He'll start farming these enemy ancients. There's nothing they can do to stop it, aside from like a 5-man smoke, but...
He should just leave one of the small creep behind.
That's
as
the
a
maximum
souvenir.
damage. Don't let it
Souvenir.
respawn. I hate that. When someone leaves like one of these little dart hill trolls in the camp.
You know, have you ever played a game of Chen and Enchantress, and the enemy kills all the big creeps and leaves you with the small babies everywhere and every single freaking camp?
That's when you
And you're
just that's when you just say screw it and you start leveling up stats and building a day gun. Yeah. This is just not my game. Better get some kills before we lose.
I success busted a lot. Even in a competitive game against a Chen.
Carry Chen's legit, man. Just max penitence and rush a Dagon. What's wrong with that?
You go solo mid, penitence, test of faith, Dagon.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Maybe throw in an E-Blade and a Veil there if the game goes on.
Oh, you chuck in a Decaprify as well.
Yeah.
Then you put the Elder Titan Spirit on top of it.
Oh boy. Now we're really theory crafting. There's finally an Ags on this Panda. It's just been so late. Xiao waits. He's hunting though.
Not even 16.
No, he's not hunting. He's just battery assaulting creeps. Okay.
Yeah, I mean the Panda is not even 16 with that.
We'll be a Gale here, and they're actually diving Xiao 8. But from the sides comes Hao.
He's fine for sure.
No, I don't know if DD's fine though. Here comes the
DD's
Weaver. He's got Butterfly. DD is definitely not fine. Yao might be forced to drop his ultimate. There's a quick 4-step away. There was no cogs deployed by this Clockwork. Oh shit. Is it gonna matter though? They shackle him up and they bring him down. And now Hao's on the chase. He's doing a lot here. Rabbit's still melting, even with some stolen damage. Just dropping very quickly. DD as well. BKB gets deployed. Moo cleans up one on the backside. And Rabbit's driven back to the well. And this is probably Rax and possibly game. The gem set the deck yet again. Prophet tries to split push top, but he does it oh so slowly.
He should be ratting middle maybe. Okay.
It's too late though. There's creeps inside the base. This Rax is kaput.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
They might even lose to the top tower is very low as well.
Has fallen.
They're trying to force
Panda's-
something mid.
Yeah, Panda is out in 10. They're gonna be able to at least hold the second set of racks, but this is looking really bad for them.
Oh, I don't know about that, Winter. Not with this Big Daddy Dragon item coming in instantly. Blows up Xiaotuchi. Never got to use his BKB. It was cooling down anyway. The Prophet pops his own. And DDC now forced to retreat out as Hao time-lapses back. Doesn't quite get the kill, but they force out the buyback. And GG! Director 8. He gets the first last in this best of 3 and convincingly deals with his former teammates in LGD.
Dire victory.
This is a very weird game. They sort of overextended too many times, I think, with the Panda trying to... They was too eager, like you said. They didn't have a very reliable way of starting the fights, and Panda was like the only way they could like blink clap. But blink clap, you can't actually take out a Dragonite with BKB by surprise, and you can't really catch the Weaver. So it's very hard for the Panda to be the first move hero in this game, I feel.
Yeah, they went for 5-man, and unfortunately they just gave up a few too many kills and just had a few bad engagements where they had to play it almost perfectly. Their lead just was never... It was never more than like 4 or 5k at most. I think it was even only a 2 or 3k gold lead, so... But with that being said, guys, that is going to wrap up game number 1 in this best of 3. I'm LD, of course. I've been joined here by Winter. And we'll be back with game number 2 soon. Loser is going home, and the winner has a shot to play either IG or DK for the final slot in Kiev. Speaking of DK and IG, you'll see them later today. They are going to be playing our second best of 3. One of those two teams, possibly both, are going to Kiev. So, guys, stay tuned. Starladder Season 9, China. The playoffs continue after this.